Do cats have a sixth sense that allows them to see ghosts? If you're a cat lover, then you probably already believe this. After all, your kitty cat has done some pretty weird things over the years that you just can't explain. Maybe they were acting normal and then suddenly started acting like there was a ghost in the room. Well, it turns out science may have the answer for why your cat is acting so strange. And it might even be true that cats can see ghosts, so keep watching if you want to find out. Before we get into the science of seeing ghosts, we need to talk about a few unexplained abilities cats seem to have. Cats have night vision, which means they can see better in the dark than humans. They can jump up to 6 times their own height. They can run at speeds of up to 48 kilometers per hour, and they can land on their feet more than 90% of the time. But perhaps most impressive is their hearing. Cats can hear sounds that are too high or too low for human ears. They can also pinpoint the location of a sound source with ease. This is thanks to their ears, which can move independently of each other to focus on one particular sound. Now, you might think these abilities would be helpful when playing games or hunting prey. And you'd be right, but there's another potential use for them. Some people believe cats can use their heightened senses to detect ghosts. The idea that cats can see ghosts has been around for centuries. In ancient Egypt, cats were mummified and buried alongside their owners because they were believed to be able to guide the dead person's soul to the afterlife. During the Middle Ages, black cats were associated with witchcraft and were often put to death if they were accused of being a witch's familiar. Black cats were seen as bad omens, and it was believed that they could bring bad luck or even death. But these beliefs were not universal. In some cultures, black cats are seen as good omens. For example, in Japan, it's believed that a black cat that crosses your path brings good luck. So what do you think? Can cats really see ghosts? There are many stories of cats who appear to be able to sense the presence of ghosts. One of the most famous cases was recorded by a British woman named Helen Acton in 1978. She was staying in a haunted house with her husband and 2 cats when she began experiencing strange phenomena. Doors would open and close by themselves, objects would move from one place to another, and she would feel cold spots throughout the house. Then one day, one of her cats began acting strangely. It would stare at an empty corner of the room and then suddenly bolt away. Helen investigated and found that the cat had been reacting to a draft. But she soon realized that there was no draft. The cat was obviously reacting to something else. And that is when she decided to stay in the room with the cat to see what would happen. Sure enough, after a while, the cat began staring at the same empty corner again. And this time, Helen saw something. She saw the ghost of a little girl standing in the corner. Helen was so shocked that she screamed, and when she turned back to look at the cat, it was gone. Another case was recorded by a man named Steve from South Carolina. He was home alone one night when he heard chains dragging metal moans. He could hear footsteps dragging metal moans. He could hear footsteps in the hallway outside his bedroom. He got up to investigate and saw the ghost of an old woman dragging herself closer and closer. He tried to ignore it, but the ghost kept getting closer and closer. So he went back to bed and tried to fall asleep. That's when his cat jumped on top of him and started hissing. Steve woke up and looked down to see the same old woman ghost standing over him. These are just 2 of many stories of cats who can see ghosts. But does any of this really prove that cats can see ghosts? There are many skeptics who say that there's no evidence that cats can see ghosts. They argue that all of the stories of cats who can see ghosts are simply anecdotal. There are no scientific studies that prove that cats can see ghosts. However, there are some scientists who believe that cats may be able to see ghosts. They point to the fact that cats have heightened senses, including their hearing and their sight. It's possible that they can pick up on things that we can't, such as electromagnetic fields or changes in temperature. These are things that ghosts are often said to produce. So what do you think? Do you believe that cats can see ghosts? Let us know in the comments section below. We would love to hear your thoughts. Now let's get back to our video. One way that cats may be able to see ghosts is through their eyes. Cats have tapetum lucidum, which is a reflective layer behind their retinas. This allows them to see better in the dark, but it also may allow them to see ghosts. The tapetum lucidum is made up of crystals of guanine, which reflect light. When light hits the retina, some of it passes through to the photoreceptor cells, where it's converted into nerve impulses that are sent to the brain. But some of the light is reflected back by the tapetum lucidum, giving the cat a second chance to capture the image. This ability to see in the dark may allow cats to see ghosts, which are often said to appear as shadowy figures. Another way that cats may be able to see ghosts is through their ears. Cats have a very acute sense of hearing, which allows them to hear sounds that are too high or too low for human ears. They also have the ability to localize sounds very precisely. This ability may allow them to hear the sounds that ghosts make, such as chains dragging or footsteps dragging. Some people even believe that cats can hear the voices of ghosts. But what about the stories of cats that act strangely around ghosts? Some people believe that cats can see ghosts, while others believe that they can sense the emotions of ghosts. It's possible that cats are reacting to the emotions of ghosts rather than seeing their physical forms. If this is true, it would explain why cats sometimes hiss or growl at ghosts. They may be trying to protect their owners from the negative energy of a ghost. There are many people who believe that cats have a sixth sense, and it's clear that cats can sense things that we can't. Whether or not this is because they can see ghosts is still up for debate. What do you think? Do you believe that cats can see ghosts? Let us know in the comments section below. We would love to hear your thoughts. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on our videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. If you want to learn more about the secret world of cats, check out this playlist here. You'll learn all kinds of interesting things about cats that you never knew before. We'll see you next time.